And then on the very back end, there's this sort of aftertaste, almost non-alcoholic-y aftertaste that you get at the back, which is a bit strange, but it's very subtle. Still 4.5%. I'm pleasantly surprised at this, It's really, really good.
Nice.
Well, if you're the celiac or something, why not?
Yeah, we'll have to report back at the end of the episode and see how many off-mic belchers you've concealed from us.
Exactly. I mean, I did spill half of it down my leg with the first chunk, so we'll see. I've got a Spitfire as backup, so that's.
Nice.
I'll get through them both. Yeah, so I'll be all right. Don't you worry about that.
Fantastic.
Good shout.
But yeah, thumbs up for the Vagabond. It's called Vagabond Brewdog's gluten-free American Pale Ale. Well done.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know a bloke that is. In fact, a couple of blokes that are sort of the word's celiac, isn't it? If you're gluten intolerant, yeah. A couple of blokes that are very celiac, and I'm sure that's on their radar. But yeah, if it's not, I'll let them know. That's a good one. So
what you, mate?
This evening, gents, I've done top flight bloke reasoning when I was in the shop today, and I looked around and chose the one with the funniest name. That's how I've got a beer tonight. So what I've got is a disco forklift truck. That's what this beer's called. So it's from a company called Drygate Brewing Co. And it's a mango pale ale, 5.1. And I knew what I'd be getting, because it's the standard American stuff that I'm bored of. But I just couldn't resist the disco forklift truck, so I got a tin, and I think it was about £2 or £2.30, and it's only a Coke can size. It's like what's that, 330 ml. So it's not large, but you know what? It's not bad, and especially because tonight we're going to talk about summery things, end of lockdown, that sort of vibe. I feel like this sums it up as well. So I feel like I've hit the nail on the head, because it is probably the opposite of what you're going to get, Greg. I'm going to be sort of belching off mic the entire episode. I can feel it already, even after a few sips. But it's fresh. It's almost got that syrupy palate feel. When a beer's a bit... I find if anything's above 5%, I get this gloopy, like after you've eaten a chocolate bar and you've got this sort of claggy taste in your mouth. I find the stronger alcoholic beers do that to me for some reason. Maybe it's an immune response. My mouth is trying to stop the booze going in. It's you've had enough. You're not worth it. He's not worth it, Adam. Leave it. It's the equivalent of your mate,
Sure.
But I'm fighting it. I'm throwing my mate off, and I'm going back in the pub fighting with that bouncer.
Yes.
Good
man.
Yeah. So cheers, lads. Oh, and also happy St. George's Day for the other day.
Yes. Happy St. George's Day all round.
Yeah,
St.
because
George's
in fact,
Day.
that makes it. God, it makes me feel old in podcast terms, because I remember us talking about this a year ago on the first series, didn't we? About we thought it was a shame that people didn't really celebrate it and stuff. But this year I had the barbecue, had the beer, I had a cigar. The sun was shining. There was even in the village, there were a couple of St. George's flags flying. The sea was in the distance, and I was this is fantastic. This is brilliant. This is what St. George would have loved. All about. Yeah, he would have been there with me, standing at the barbecue, asking me what MPG I got out of the barbecue.
Asking about the traffic at the A303.
Yeah, there's a bit of a snare up just outside Stonehenge, but we made it.
Oh dear. Oh, can you believe those dragons on the road? Mate, George, you've got to do something about it.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think on the barbecue we would have had dragon steaks if it was really St. George's Day.
Amazing. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think you are single-handedly bringing back St. George's Day mate. I think you really are.
I hope so.
And, I
hope it's going to be as big as Paddy's Day one time, and everyone around the world does it, whether they have any connection to Ireland at all. So the beers I was drinking the other day, I went Spitfire and I went Master Brew. So I wanted Kentish, hoppy, proper English ales. Couldn't be misconstrued for anything other than a Kentish ale.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You're on a brown ale hype right now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, big time.
Big time. Yeah.
yeah. I've just got to swerve the disco forklift truck, or it'll knock me off course.
Oh dear. Well, I suppose that's Margate.
Amazing.
Though. I mean, Margate's pretty on edge, you know. So you've got your classic sort of your Paddock Wood Kentish ales, and then you throw in a bit of left field with your Margate on there. So you know, it's true, Ken. It's true, Ken.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can imagine Margate. They prefer their pale ales over their brown ales nowadays. Nice. So, as I said, lockdown's sort of coming to an end. Sun's coming out. And we thought about discussing what we're going to do. Now now we can see this G-string of freedom poking above Shakira's baggy stonewash. Low-cut stonewash.
That's one of my favourite imageries you guys have ever come up with. It's I'm enjoying this one. Yeah, so I mean, Eric, did you want to maybe give us the introduction as to what we were going to talk about today?
Yeah, certainly. So it was just dawning on me in my drive into work. You know, the sun was coming up, and I thought, it's here, freedom, it's back, and we've got to make the most of this. So I was thinking, first of all, we'll have a chat about what we've wanted to do. What's been that thing that you've all been thinking about throughout lockdown? Thinking, I've got to do that this summer. Okay, because this will build everyone's list up. Because I know as much as the rest of everyone who listens along to this, thinks, I'll do X, Y, and Z over the summer, and you don't even get to X. Y doesn't get touched, and Z's on the back burner. So hit me with what you're going to do this summer, and what you're going to do to make the most of this summer. And hopefully we can bounce some ideas around, and we'll just all have a massive, great big list of things that we want to do.
Sweet,
great. What a topic. Great job. Ad, do you want to start kick us off?
Sure. So my gut reaction, the thing that just popped into my mind when you were like, what's the thing I've been dreaming of? It's like some sort of swanky event, but an outdoor one. I'm talking Ascot. I'm talking Wimbledon. I'm talking the polo. I'm talking cricket match, even, you know, just a daytime cricket match, something where everyone can go down, you can get mates, boys, girls, everyone's out, everyone's having a good time, everyone's got a burnt forehead, everyone's got burnt ears because no one brought any sun cream because they forgot about the sun after the winter. You know, people are sneaking in bits of booze in various pockets and bags because everything's extortionately priced at Wimbledon or wherever we're going. We can just have a good old day and just get some serious sunstroke, watch a bit of sport, and just stand next to thousands of people without wearing a mask. That's my dream. That's my wet dream at the moment. Just like standing next to everyone without a mask on. That's what I want to do.
That's it, isn't it? It's so weird that the fantasy is almost just seeing someone that you don't know, just a random stranger, and just being next to them. Yeah. Not in a weird way, not in a creepy way, just and no one looking at you weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the dream. How strange is that we've come to this. All right. I love that, Adam. Can I press you though for your ideal sporting event or outdoor event? If you had to pick one of those. You mentioned some really good ones there.
Okay,
but
sure.
If you had to pick one, what would you say?
Oh, okay. Okay. If I'm being very selfish and I'm just thinking about me, I would go. Even though the Ashes aren't here this year, or even in the summer, this is a dream. So I'm gonna create it, right. So the Ashes are here this summer, and the Aussies have come over. It's Edgbaston, so the loudest venue in the UK. The Aussies are getting thrashed. Right, Stokes is just slaying it everywhere. They can't get him out. Everyone's there. Everyone's singing. You know, our missuses are there. All the mates are there. You know, maybe some uncles and dads. Everyone's together. The beers are flowing. You know, I've got my shirt open and I don't care. And, you know, I'm just chugging beers, and there's a massive beer snake as well. I love those things at cricket, where you put your plastic cups in a big massive snake and pass it round, and everybody around the ground adds to it with their plastic cups until it's like a mile long, this big chain of plastic cups that goes around the ground.
And
I want to do things like that. And basically, as the sun's going down, Stokes is just smashing it, and the Aussies are outside, and we're all having a great time.
Fantastic.
That's the dream.
I should have known. I didn't really need to ask, did I? I should have known that answer already. But yeah, absolutely.
I don't think my missus would agree with that. She'd definitely prefer Ascot. But,
that's a hard sell, mate. That's a hard sell for sure.
I suppose carrying you home has a very limited shelf life, but
it loses fun quite quickly.
Certainly after the sixth time, it's just counselling time,
Yeah,
exactly. How about you, Eric? What's your dream? What's your ultimate summer fantasy?
Oh, well, crikey, I'm probably going to have to say going abroad, a lad's holiday abroad.
Oh, yeah.
The one where you go to bed late, you're packing your bag, it gets to 11, you think, I'm not even going to bother sleeping. And you get a couple of hours on the sofa, and then it's in the car, and it's freezing cold, that sort of summery cold night, and you're blasting it to the airport, and you've got your tunes on, and you get there, and it's dark, and then out of the darkness, you see your mate. And slowly you start to group together, like another mate arrives and another mate arrives and another mate arrives, and the boys are back together. And oh man, I'm looking forward to that so much. We definitely be going to Germany.
Is this in the long stay car park of T5? Then is that you're all
yes.
at like 3:30 a.m. waiting for the shuttle, freezing your knackers off?
This is it. Yeah, you're shaking like something, and you're. But you're all in done up, and you're all in your holiday clothes. I mean, for me, my classic holiday attire is chinos, brogues, blue blazer, because believe me, it's got all the pockets for all of the essential items: the passport, the boarding pass, the wallet, the phone, the keys. There's none of this rooting around in the bag nonsense. Oh no, you can feel it on you. You just have to do a very gentle pat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're civilised. You're not like these people rooting around in their bags like, I didn't know that I couldn't take 115 millilitres on a plane. Oh no. Just holding it.
Who still doesn't know
You can just do the subtle tap, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, oh, look at this pleb taking out their aftershave. Oh, no, not for me. So, but then you get in the lounge, obviously, you've got to hit up the duty free. We're going to the cabinet of shame. We're getting the cigars, we're having a pint at 4:30 in the morning, and then when you get there and you land at the airport, and it's just, right, beers on, let's go.
Yeah, man.
Waiting for the taxis, foreign cigarettes, get the Davidoffs on the go, and that is the start to it, and that's what I've been dreaming about. And it may actually tell a lie. I think I'm going to Austria this summer, so there may be a bit of that going on, lads. So that's what's happening.
Fantastic. That sounds amazing. I was going to press you for a specific place, so Austria is on the cards. Okay, fantastic. That sounds amazing, mate.
So
what
Eric,
a dream.
I wanted to let you know you've officially been invited to the Blokes podcast abroad trip, the annual trip. I mean, we've only done one, but we're going to do another one. So it's the second annual Blokes podcast trip. So obviously, all the guests that have been on the show, they're all invited. So everyone who's listening, you're all invited to come. Later
everyone
in the year.
who's listening.
No. Everyone who's listening that's been on the podcast. All the
there
guests.
are people that are listening that haven't been on, I'm sure.
So fantastic. That'd be awesome. So, I mean, you've literally just described kind of what we did last year when we went on the first annual Blokes podcast trip.
Just to feel it, which is insane. The fact that we managed to do that. Just looking at the state of the world at the time was absolutely unreal. We got in a day before they changed. Oh man, it was all legal, all above board, obviously, but it was by
close to the wire.
Skin of our teeth that we managed to make it work. We thought we were going to cancel it the day before. We thought we had to cancel it, and luckily we didn't have to. But what a time to be alive! That was amazing. Such a great trip.
I'm so glad we did it as well. Like loads of people were like, "Oh, I think this will be the end of lockdown. I'll just wait," and they didn't sort of make the most of that month or two of freedom or whatever. And man, I'm so glad we got away.